To all of our listeners of the podcast, we have something to say. Collusion is afoot. It is my regret to inform you that our own Morgan Watkins can't even do simple math correctly. Can't keep a record of his wins. Can't keep a record of his losses. Essentially rigging the election. We, the people of BTD, also known as Bet in the Diagonal, will not stand for this. We've impeached him, and he's unable to touch the records from here on out. We are a show that relies on checks and balances. This is no dictatorship. We will keep an eye out on this little snake because it's always the close ones you were closest with that you need to keep your eyes on. Before we get started, I want to know, Morgan, do you have anything to say yourself before you get started?
No.
No, it
No.
doesn't matter. It
There's
doesn't
nothing
matter.
to say. You got your foot in
After
your mouth.
I'm reading this, I'm like, nope, I'm just keeping it shut. Yes, I can't do math. I'm stupid. I don't know math. If you
It
see the
doesn't matter.
background behind me, I cannot do math. I admit it. I will wear this paper bag here and take my beating. Math is not my friend.
It's enough from
That's
you.
all.
I've had enough from you.
I'm
Absolute
muted.
confabulation.
Yeah,
Confabulation to the highest degree. An act of treason. The nerve on you. The chutzpah. The audacity. Would you check out the Weibos on this cabron?
When Billy told me about this last night, we sat down and we audited you for about 2 hours.
Yep.
And we found some dirty, dirty things.
Not as dirty as the Mets GM, but it's pretty dirty.
That
Next
is
thing
right.
you know, he texts us this morning, says his boss cut him off from the Wi-Fi. Coincidence? I don't know. He's a dirty little boy. Morgan, before we go on, would you like to apologize to your loyal fans? Like all of your picks, do all of this, and you just straight up lied to their faces.
To all of my constituents out there, those of you who have voted me the best gambler, who have rode with me from day one, I will take this moment to apologize. I'm not good at math. What can I say? I did do math at a first grade level. I still use crowns to color. So I apologize for that. I will not be touching anything to do with numbers anymore because even today, as we were trying to figure out what I was trying to figure out was wrong, apparently I'm still wrong when I was doing the math. So I don't know where I'm going wrong on things. So I'm going to let these two fine gentlemen count for me from now on, and I'm just going to give you picks. That's it. I'm going to give you winners. I commit to giving you winners. I do not commit to giving you any mathematics lessons.
That's fair.
Yeah,
that
well said.
Fair.
Maybe we'll bring Kevin in one of these episodes since he's a math teacher and he can teach me for 5 minutes.
He's got to stay where he belongs. On the couch, please. Well, for those of you who don't know, we are Bet in the Diagonal. I'm Billy, here with my cheating friend Morgan and my good friend Greg, and we give you our takes on different sports every week. And I just want to start off with a quick recap, besides Morgan be a cheater, from the weekend. It was a big weekend for sports. One of my favorite weekends.
It was a lot of fun.
Great weekend. Nobody circles the wagon like the Buffalo Bills. Shout out to my boy Josh Allen. Easy win. We have a potential TB in TB, headed to TB. Little Tom Brady in Tampa Bay, headed to Tampa Bay for the Super Bowl. You guys think that's going to happen?
No.
What is the current line on the game?
3.5.
3.5? Honestly, I'd be leaning towards no.
Me
but,
either.
You know, I'm going to wait until Thursday's episode to confirm my pick.
Got you. The Packers proved me wrong. For me, it was a numbers thing.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think you should apologize to Greg.
No, I should not apologize.
Now that we're on the topic of apologies,
on our last episode, this should be the apology episode. Let's get all of our feelings out in the air right now. Let's do an apology circle. I think you should apologize to Greg and I because you ragged on us vigorously about how we're idiots and the Rams were the play.
It's still the play.
I don't know. I don't think you can make the case it's the play when you lost the play. We didn't lose. Greg, did you lose that pick?
I did not lose that pick.
I didn't lose that pick either. Billy, did you lose that pick?
I did.
Here we go. Confabulation right there.
I guess so. But at the end of the day, I stand by my pick. You can't give me a touchdown
It's
to
like
the
we
better
stand
defense.
a little bit
Not
taller.
gonna happen. I'm gonna take it. Just like you were gonna take. You took the Chiefs, didn't you? Which one of you took the Chiefs this weekend?
Chiefs.
Yeah, you should apologize for that.
I took the Chiefs as well, although I announced on the podcast last week that I was taking the Browns plus 10. When it went down to -8, I had no choice.
I had to take it at -8, and there was no
Mhm.
shot. I think I still had it at -10, but I had to go even harder on -8.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. No, it wasn't wrong. I didn't like it, so I put the teaser in, slam that teaser, free money. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I think I said last episode that even if it went down to 9.5, that I was probably going to switch.
Yes. Yeah, it's just the double digits. The double digits we all talk about. Because at any point, a quarterback can get knocked out, a running back can get knocked out.
Yeah, I mean, 2 of the 4 starting quarterbacks last weekend went out with concussions, so it was a tough weekend.
Rest in peace to completion prop
You're
bettors.
over just hit, you sucker.
I see that.
Yeah.
Happens.
Yeah.
It's all right.
This is what you get for bad juju out here for Greg and me.
That's a perfect segue. I was just going to say how I'm heating up in the NHL, and I am the best NHL handicapper there is. On the show, at least.
Bold statement, saying how we're a week into the season.
I mean, you claim to be the best NBA guy when you went 0-9 or 1-9. So I think I'm at liberty.
I'm still shooting 55% from the field.
Well, allegedly you were shooting 70% like last week, but that's neither here nor there. You cheating fuck.
Math is hard, all right. Math is hard. Once you put letters into mathematics, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Once you put a plus or a minus sign, nope, I'm out.
Morgan, you know how I counted up your bets yesterday? A tally system.
Yeah, I tried that too, and I have 5 different pieces of paper.
This kid, I don't understand him.
I think he just got distracted and started drawing.
Yeah.
I have done that many a times. I'm not. This is Eagles paper here, and I usually color in the Eagles logo and everything.
I want to say I will never bet on UNC Wilmington again.
Disaster.
Yeah, they lost to one of the worst college basketball teams out there. Not 1 day in a row, but 2 days in a row. You could find 5 fat guys. I tweeted this today. I'm saying it out loud because I love it.
Tweet too.
Thank you, by the way. You can find 5 fat guys at your local YMCA that wouldn't miss as many layups as UNC Wilmington has in the past 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
If you go back and just read the game log, the last 10 minutes of both games, UNC Wilmington missed layup. UNC Wilmington missed layup. UNC Wilmington turnover. It was absurd. Can't deal with it. Never again. They're on my cannot bet list. Before I go into the bad beat of probably the decade, you two had a real bad day, but it looks like you guys turned it around.
I'm going to cry.
Oh, we're getting to you have to cover the bad beat.
I don't want to talk about the bad beat because I was on the bad half of the bad beat.
2 of you are. But you guys had a terrible day, so that was coming. That was a long time coming for you guys that day.
Yeah, yesterday was a real bad day.
Between Greg and I, we went a combined 5-22 yesterday. A banner day for us here.
Mm-hmm.
2/3 of betting the diagonal. We, Greg and I are a united front over here, though, against this communist over here who's holding us hostage, taking out our liberties left and right. But maybe
we don't stand for this.
Maybe if he taught me how to do math, he wouldn't have these problems.
Well, considering my constituents are comprised of a man who can't do math and a guy who looks like he's sitting down when he's standing up, I'm really not too worried.
At least I don't sit down when I pee like you do.
Oh, I like to check the gambling lines when I pee. Is that such a problem? Yeah, I got nothing to say about that, now do you?
For everyone else, if you are listening right now, if you had eyes into our group chat and just text, it is getting hostile fast.
It really
is. Billy here has gone completely rogue. and
did not
he is
go
sitting
rogue.
on his throne right now, ruling down on us with an iron fist. He is
Absolutely.
coming after us left and right. It has gotten intense. There's no like, well, we're all in this together now. Now we're getting Bad Blood Billy coming out, and he is
Listen,
out for death.
because I'm tired of being average. I'm tired of being average, and I'm asking my quote unquote best NBA guy on earth for winners. And what does he give
Pretty
me?
good. Pretty good.
Losers. Pretty losers. Three straight losers he hands me.
We've had a cold run. We're gonna pick it back up
So when I go,
when we
when
get there.
I
I love
see,
the card for tomorrow already.
I see my two buddies having a bad gambling day. I send them a couple pics, some pics I don't even post on Twitter. I give him that OnlyFans private subscription pic. He doesn't take the first one. Neither one of them take the second one. Neither one of them take the third one. And God forbid to take the fourth one. And then they say I'm turning my back on them when I'm handing them money. I don't want to hear it. What I do want to hear is that sweet, sweet sound that Greg had last night when we were on Discord. I can't believe he hit that fucking shot.
It was amazing. And you're a bad guy.
I know I am.
You're a bad guy because you both knew what parlay I had and how my day was going.
Yeah.
You knew the whole time. And right after he hits that stupid, unnecessary, I don't have any more adjectives for it, but that fucking shot,
That cuck of a shot
that
is what
cuck
you
of a
really want to
shot,
say.
no more than 5 seconds later, is Billy going in our group chat.
Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah.
ooh, I
I
won the
was
bet.
hyped,
I
dude.
won my bet.
This guy,
Won
he's
fucking
hyped to see
$10
us
bet.
fall. He's hyped to see us fail.
Not at all. Not at all. And what I say directly
Today,
after that,
he was
sorry for your
reveling.
loss, Greg.
Yesterday's
I said
record.
sorry for your
Yes,
loss.
yesterday he was reveling in our failures. Yesterday,
Nope.
sitting
You
there
guys
with
talk
his
shit.
evil little fingers twiddling and snickering back and forth.
Mm-hmm. Great. Did I not say sorry for your loss immediately after?
You may have.
I did. I did. You know why? Because I save my receipts. Always. Always save your receipts, boys and girls. For those who don't know, who haven't been on
See what
Twitter the last
see what happens
48
when I
hours,
save my receipts? I can't do math.
you're just an idiot. That's all I gotta say. We're
That's
talking
true.
about the
That is a and
Kansas
if
buzzer
there are
beater.
all those listening right now, that is a confirmed fact. There is no speculation on that one. I am an idiot. I can't do math at a second grade level. I can barely do math at a kindergarten level. Yeah.
Yep. So finally, I had two more things. Alabama
Fuck Kansas.
basketball.
Oh, fuck Kansas.
Yeah,
God, now
yeah,
that's
dude,
just
it was
like
tough. I will tell you,
that just
you won't be able to
sucks
see
so
it.
much.
I cracked my screen on my phone because I jumped off the couch. This is exciting. I've never been on the right side of one of those. I've been on the wrong side many times. Never been on the right
What was the
side of one of
first thing
those.
that popped into your head? The fact that you won the bet, or the fact that both Greg and I lost?
Oh, the fact that I won the bet first, for
Yeah, I
sure.
don't believe you. I don't believe you
No,
at all.
for sure,
Not
for
for a
sure,
second.
for sure, because that was an easy play.
I could see you
The
sitting
way,
there, they jump up, you're like, fuck those fuckers, they
oh
lost.
my
Oh
god,
shit, I won the bet. Look at me.
I
That's
told you
exactly what ran
Motherfucker.
through your head.
when I placed the bet, when I was talking about my card the day before, you can't give the number 9 team in the country 10 points. I don't care who they play. You can't give them 10 points. That's the play. You're gonna take a top 10 team getting 10 points. Do I think that should have happened? Absolutely not. But was it the right bet? I think so. Therefore, I won because it was the right bet. But
Can
I
we
am
move on?
sorry for your loss.
This
Can we
is
move on?
like,
Not sorry for Morgan's loss at all.
what is
But
this?
Greg, I am sorry for your loss. You had a real bad day.
This right here, I feel like we're reliving like Big Daddy right now, and we're Adam Sandler, and he's the kid going, the game is called I Win. That's all that matters. That's Billy.
um, last two things I wanted to mention. Alabama basketball coach got a shitload of heat when the season first came out for calling Coach K soft, and ever since then, Alabama's on this crazy run where they're just blowing everybody out. And then
Mhm.
he's turning Alabama hoops into their football team. They're becoming a powerhouse overnight. Did that go in? No. Okay, cool.
I think tonight they were like 10 for their first 11 from three. Like they were just
14 for 17 in the
unconscious.
first half.
Yeah,
It was amazing.
unconscious shooting. Like I have never seen Steph Curry doesn't in a live game make that many just like that. Like it was unbelievable.
It was a wild game. I was on the right side of that bet. I don't know if either one of you took it.
I had Bama.
You did have Bama. That's a
I
good
did.
guy.
I didn't touch it.
Did we talk about Bama last night, Greg? I don't remember. I feel like we did.
No, I don't remember. I feel like I found that game and did my research laying in the dark in bed.
Got you. Either way, if you just want to give
We
me credit, that's fine.
Go to the dark place and look at our picks.
No, I don't remember if we talked about it or not.
Oh
But
no,
don't
we
matter.
definitely did because I think I sent you my card.
Probably.
You did send a card last night.
Did.
Okay, so
I
we must
remember
have.
when I was no longer blacked out today. I did remember seeing that.
Yeah. For those of you who so quickly forgot that Mondays are bachelor nights, so Morgan has no recollection of what happened yesterday. So you had to.
Mondays are roses before broses. That's why we switched to filming on Tuesdays, so Morgan doesn't show up completely hammered for every single episode.
Yep.
And
Um.
it's done wonders, except
Yes.
for how exhausted I am come Tuesday and how in rough shape I happen to be after a night full of drinking.
Yep. Just to close it out, Morgan wound up being a cheater. We did a complete audit. Everything's okay. The records to be reposted. The old ones to be deleted off of the Twitter because he's a fraud. And besides that, I think that really kind of wraps up the weekend. So I wanted to get right into Greg's little MMA corner because we have fights.
Oh boy,
Greg, I don't know if you prepared for Saturday because I just realized this one probably won't be up until like noon.
really?
Yes. Like
All right.
on Spotify, it'll be up, but it'll be hard to get people to listen because it's already 12:30 at night.
Okay.
But
I mean,
give
either
them out
way,
regardless, and then we'll go from there.
yeah, because I didn't plan on talking about Saturday's card until Thursday's episode. So I don't really want to get into that because I didn't make my picks yet, so I'd be freeballing it.
No worries. So just do the one for tomorrow.
Yeah, so for tomorrow's card, which for anyone, if they do happen to see this before, starts at 9 a.m. So wake up early, get your cup of coffee, and hopefully see some exciting matches. But number one, the main event, I have Neil Magny over Chiesa. I just think that Magny is on a run right now. He's won 3 fights in a row, and I think he's the better fighter in this bout. I also have in this fight that it ends in a decision. I don't see a knockout or a submission in this fight. These guys are two gritty, smart fighters that know how to work their way around the octagon, and I think that they go the full 5. Fight ending by decision is a minus 170. I think it's a fair number for the two fighters. Second fight I have is Umar Nurmagomedov, cousin of Mr. Khabib.
Morgan, say that name for us.
Umar Naganimov.
Good enough.
Close enough.
Close enough.
I think I forgot the D in there.
Yeah. So
With a G.
Oh shit! All right, well,
math. So it's math and spelling. Okay.
Good shit on.
I know how to read.
Allegedly.
I did learn how to read.
I'm sure we'll find something to pick on you about that at some point.
I can
But
guarantee it right now. I'd put good money on it.
So I have Umar Nurmagomedov versus Morozov under 2.5 rounds at a plus 170. Both these guys making their UFC debuts tomorrow. And, I'm going to take the Nurmagomedov pedigree and run with that. He's Nurmagomedov, he's a submission artist. I think he has 12 fights. He's 12-0, and he has like 5 or 6 submissions already, outside of the UFC. So I want to see him take that skill set and bring it to the octagon tomorrow. Last but not least, I'm going to go with Leron Murphy versus Silva de Andrade, under 2.5 rounds at a minus 125. I would love to take Leron Murphy by himself as a money line, but I have it at minus 330 right now, so it's not really worth laying that type of wood to me after I saw Joaquin Buckley get his ass kicked, last weekend at a minus 275 favorite. So, those aren't really the smart plays. If you have a feeling about guys like that, then just take a prop that's, more profitable. But in that Murphy De Andrade fight, I'm going to go under 2.5 rounds at a minus 125, and I'm going to go Murphy by KO, TKO, DQ at a plus 110. Yeah, Murphy's 9-0-1. He hasn't lost a fight, and he has, I believe, I saw 6 or 7 KOs, and I think he's going to make it one more tomorrow.
I like that. I like it. I'm always rooting for the knockout. I have a friend who always throws me bets, and he seems to be on the same side as you for 2 of the bets that you talked about. He didn't have a play for the third one, so.
I mean, it's the second or third fight on the card. Match number 12 or 13. There's 14 card slate tomorrow.
Yeah, it's a massive card. I love that, though. There's going to be fights on for like 7 hours.
Yeah, I love it. I'm off all day tomorrow. So.
Oh, man, I might have to call out of work tomorrow. Boss, if you're listening, I'll see you at 10. Sorry.
That's it.
So next we're going to go into some NHL. I've been hot. I've been steaming hot. I am the only person with a winning record. Morgan is...
I mean,
correct?
There's a chance I could if you let me do the records. I could have a winning record.
I'm sure there is.
Just going to throw that out there.
In already without...
I
could be undefeated if you do the record.
Yeah. So without further ado, let's kick it to the one and only Snake and over there with Morgan, since he's wearing the Flyers jersey and they won tonight. So get after us. Tell us what you got for
best
NHL.
Team in hockey, baby.
That's stretch.
Tomorrow's slate. Right now, first off, Flyers, fucking amazing. They are the deepest team in hockey, that's a stretch at the moment, but they're up there as one of the deepest teams. They're rolling 4 lines deep right now. Sean Couturier injury kind of stinks, but that's all right. We got Hollywood Hayes in there on the center line, which is fucking awesome. But for right now, picks I have so far for tomorrow, I love the Blues tomorrow against the Sharks. Stand by 1 second. My laptop's going nuts. It's playing some random ass song in the background. Okay. I do like the Blues tomorrow. As of right now, it's set as Blues are the favorite at minus 180 with the over-under set at 6. I lean the under in this game. I don't have official play on that yet. I'm going to lean the under. I do love the Blues money line. Blues are a better team. The Sharks are in a rebuilding phase. And this game's in St. Louis. So it's not like there's much of a home ice advantage because of fans, but it's still a team traveling from the West Coast and coming over. So I like that. My other game that's a definite play at the moment is going to be the Golden Knights money line against the Desert Dogs, the Coyotes. Golden Knights have a case that they might be the best team in the league. They are insanely good. I actually thought they might have taken a step back this year going into the season, just based off the insane amount of success they've had in their first 2 years in the league, or 2 or 3 years, whatever it is now. But adding Alex Pietrangelo, who's got a good case, is a top 5, if not top 3 defenseman in the league to go along with Max Pacioretty, like Mark Stone, all these other scorers they have. It's a great team. And they obviously have settled kind of on their goalie situation, which is good. So I love the Golden Knights money line against the Coyotes as well. I like the over in that game. Right now that's at 5.5. I actually like the over in that game for sure. Other games I'm interested in, Maple Leafs, I'm interested in it yet. I don't know if I have a play just yet. I think I would actually lean Oilers money line in that game. Prop bet that I'd definitely be interested in is a Connor McDavid goal. He's filthy. He's the best player in the freaking league. He's amazing. And yeah, that's where I'm at right now for NHL for tomorrow.
So I just want to get this straight because we were trying to figure out what the best way to talk about NHL as far as the records go, because there's a lot of like the money line plays aren't always profitable and this and that. I just want to make it clear that Morgan's taking a minus 200 favorite once again to win.
What do you want me to do?
You can take him to win in regulation, which is currently. Let me just get it up.
Yeah. Oh, fuck it. Let's do it. We're changing it right now.
Three-way money line regulation is minus 125.
Give me that money line regulation for both Blues and Knights.
It's just more profitable. Yeah.
It's a good line.
Instead of you just trying to be cheese, because there's still the risk factor of them like last second goal, getting it, going to overtime, then you lose the bet outright instead of having the money line. But there's a reason why the line is better. That's the reason why the number is better.
It's funny you say that. I never had any luck with regulation bets.
I'm 2-0. Heating up,
baby.
You sold me. I'm in. It's on the card. Book it. You'll see it on the official Twitter post tomorrow afternoon when I wake up at 1:00.
Yeah, that was like me today. I took the Red Wings money line, but I also made the safe bet and took the plus 1.5, just in case if one hit and the other one doesn't. But it turns out I won both. So it's just something to think about for our listeners. It doesn't have to. You don't have to take it, but I want my friends winning money. Unless it's money.
Here he is. Look at this guy. Now he's gonna pander to us and be all nice again.
I'm not, dude.
So hot and cold.
Listen, if I take a bet,
this guy
I think is right, I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, I'm so sorry you lost, but I won. Oh man, I hope you guys are okay. No, eat my shorts, bro. Because if Greg can confirm this, if we were in a sports book in person and Greg was with me, I would have told him not to take that game, the Kansas game. I would have told him to take Kansas.
Doesn't mean I would have listened.
No, it doesn't mean he would have listened. But then, he would have been like, "Oh, well, I should have listened to you." That's what this is. That's what this is. Anyway, moving on.
Anyway, do you want me to?
Okay.
Do you want me to tell you Thursday's plays I have so far, or since we're not gonna have an episode out for Thursday?
Plays for Thursday, you might as well
I have a couple Thursday plays that I know I'm gonna play. I'm gonna do Lightning money line in regulation against the Blue Jackets. I mean, you can't go against the Lightning. They're just too fucking good. They're absolutely dominant. And they just got off a little. They're going from playing the Blackhawks, who are arguably the worst team in the league, even though Patrick Kane had a pretty filthy goal tonight. Patrick Kane would look great in an orange and black jersey, by the way. Just want to throw that out there. We got robbed in 2007 in that draft, actually. Should have been a flyer from day one, but whatever. So I love that one. Blue Jackets aren't that much better than the Blackhawks are. They're one of the crummier teams also. Hurricanes money line. I don't know if I'm going to go money line regulation in this one just yet. I probably lean a little bit closer that way, but I do like it. They playing against the Panthers in North Carolina. I've said from day one, we first started talking about hockey, that I love the Hurricanes this year. They are one of my teams that I have future odds on. I think at plus 1,800 to win the Cup. They are a phenomenal team, a phenomenal home team. Also, again, like I already said, no home fans, obviously, but you can't discount the fact that you still have to travel to the other teams' arenas. So you have your home ice, you know how your boards bounce, et cetera, et cetera. So I love that one. And then my Flyers play the Bruins in Boston. It is always a chippy game between these two teams. There is a good bit of animosity between them always, so I like the under in this game. It'll likely open at either 6 or 6.5 based on the fact that the Flyers actually have been showing that they can score pretty good. And they have Travis Konechny, who is right now tied for the league in points. And he's tied, I think, actually the outright leader in goals right now in the league. So I think that line will open up at either 6 or 6.5. So I'm definitely going to lean the under in that one.
I like the under in that game a lot, actually. Cool. You'll definitely see that on my card come Thursday. Greg, go ahead, because I I don't want to hear you guys say, "Oh, he's taking all the spotlight." This and that. Go ahead, Greg. What do you have for
Okay.
tomorrow and for Thursday, or if you have plays for Thursday?
All right. I do not have plays for Thursday, but for tomorrow, I'm going to go with Morgan on that Vegas Coyotes over 5.5. I think that's a solid play. 5.5 on an over/under in this day's NHL. It's honestly, you have to take that line. You really do. Um, Stats wise, 5 out of the 6 games that these two teams have played this season have gone over 5.5, and they just played last night, and the score was 4-2. So that would have hit the over. I don't recall what the over under was for yesterday's game, but
6.
regardless, it doesn't matter. We're still talking about tomorrow's game. So I'm going to go over 5.5 Vegas Coyotes. And I'm also going to go Minnesota Wild -1.5 against the Ducks. The Ducks stink. I know they won 1-0 yesterday, but, Wild were quiet. They're a better team than that, and I expect better. So I'm going to take the Wild on a bounce-back zigzag game. And
Zigzag theory.
and we're going to run with that. It's a nice number, too, at like +135.
I don't hate those. I don't hate those. What I didn't like was Morgan's bet on the Oilers. I don't like it at all. I'm going to be on the other side. I'm going to be on the
So
Maple
yeah,
Leafs.
let me just say that's not an official play. That's something I'm thinking of.
Oh,
But
yes, I'm sorry.
let me put that out there. That's not an official play. That
I'm
is something I'm
sorry,
thinking of.
Morgan.
I
I'm
know, I
so
know, I know. Because
sorry.
I just
I don't
want to
want
make
to hurt
sure.
any
We got to
feelings.
check the records and everything. I don't want to come back and be like, we added this here and you didn't count right or something.
Yep.
So let me just
Billy, I need you
get
to
it out
stop this
there.
front. I need you to stop this
I'm
front. I
so
don't like this, Billy.
sorry,
I don't like
Morgan
it.
and
Yeah.
Greg.
Well,
Mike
who
and
hurt you,
Greg.
Billy? Who hurt you?
You did when you gave me losers, Morgan. You did. Your
I tried to give you
confabulation
winners.
against me is
I tried to
absurd.
give you winners today, and you didn't take them. You
No,
gave me shit about the winners today.
no, I didn't. I don't trust your college basketball picks. Trust them at all.
Viewers do. The viewers do. They picked me over
They
you.
don't know a damn thing about a damn thing.
I think our viewers know a lot. Viewers, listeners, I appreciate you. I think you guys are extremely intelligent. I'm just trying to help you.
Anywho, can I get into my picks,
Please do.
please?
I won't cut you off for another minute.
Thank you. That's all I need for this game. The Leafs have owned the Oilers for the last decade, 14-3 since 2010-2011 season. I expect that to absolutely continue. I don't care that Connor McDavid is the best player in hockey. It doesn't matter. They're not the best team. The goalie for the Oilers, what's his name? Koskinen? I don't know how to spell his name. Pronounce his name. No, Morgan. No, you can put your hand down.
I'll wait my turn.
He's averaging 3.8 goals against, even though it's early in the season. He's under 88% saves. I expect that to continue against his high-powered offense. It's going to be the Leafs regulation for me. What, Morgan?
Where's this game being played at?
This game
It's in Toronto.
in Toronto.
I think that'll make me flip right there. It's Toronto because all the Canadian teams are only playing the Canadian team, and that travel from Edmonton to Toronto is going to be brutal when they have to do that consistently. So I think I will definitely be flipping over to the Leafs.
Okay, no. It wasn't your official pick, so I don't want to hurt your feelings or anything. This is too much fun now.
We're gonna have a nice little a therapist session after it for the boys. There's gonna be a special pod coming out, betting the Diagonal Boys therapy session, where it's gonna be an airing of grievances. We're gonna have a January Festivus, so we can just all talk it out and everything, and get it all
out.
chest
Yeah,
everyone.
that's what we'll do, Morgan. The next, I'm all Canadians. This all Canadian teams for tomorrow. I'm gonna be on the Canucks +1.5 and the money line. They've played very sloppy the past few games. They're leading the league in penalty minutes, leading the league in being shorthanded, in everything. As far as power play goes, they've been terrible. Nothing has gone right for them. Haven't gotten a call. Thatcher Demko, by the numbers, the worst goalie in the league currently.
Yeah.
But I expect that to clean up when he gets on his home ice. As Morgan was saying, like when you're in your home arena, you know how the puck bounces off the walls. You understand the arena a little bit better because you play there more often. You get the depth, all that good stuff. So I'm going Canucks for that reason. I think they clean it up, and at worst, I'm hedging myself with the +1.5. So there's going to be money to be made, and I don't hate. Which one was the? You said Las
Blues
Vegas
or Golden
over?
Knights over on pick 5.5
I
on there.
lean
Yeah.
the under. I lean the under in what will be
Here he
a
goes again,
zigzag
Greg.
under.
Here he goes
It will be a
again.
zigzag under.
Every time that Greg and I are riding together on the same pick, Billy instantly
That's
goes
how it
the
has
other
to
way.
be. It's how it has to be because we can't all win, and every time we've done that, we've established this already. Every time we've ever all been in the same game, we've all lost. So there's got to be one winner. There's got to be one loser.
What happened to all for one?
All for one, one for all. I'm the one for all.
Real quick side note for that Canadian game before we move on, I'd be kind of interested in is whether Holtby or Demko is in net. I actually would not be surprised if Holtby is in net because he has played against the Canadians so much after coming from the Capitals. So I would not be shocked. And with Demko kind of struggling right now, that's a great insurance policy to have, the guy who won the Vezina 3 years ago. So I think that more solidifies the Canucks pick. I would go even further with the Canucks if that's the case, but that's just something to take a look at when those lineups come out.
So far, like obviously, like my bet is not in officially yet. Like I haven't actually made the play to make the bet, but all the research I've done so far says that Demko will be playing tomorrow because he is the starter. It's their home opener. I feel like you give him one chance on the home ice. If he still doesn't work out, you got to put in Holtby for a game or two. Try to relax the young man. Anybody have any other NHL plays, or are we going to get right into the worst sport there is in the NBA?
Yeah, we'll get into it, get through it.
Yeah, okay. NBA, go right ahead, Morgan. I'll start with Morgan because I don't want to cry.
All right, we're back, baby. After our updated records, now we're at 55%, which is still pretty freaking good.
Average.
I think that's what it is. I don't know. There's a lot of hearsay. Who knows what the number actually is? I'm leaning with whatever they say now because I can't do simple math. So tomorrow's slate, we're actually going to hammer a lot more games tomorrow. There's going to be much more that come to the NBA card because there's only 3 games for Thursday. The NBA built Thursday's schedule as a day for makeup games for COVID, and there's actually not really any makeup games to be played. They might move the Washington-Charlotte game, but I doubt it. I can't imagine them moving it just one day. So Thursday's schedule kind of sucks. So tomorrow we'll go heavy. We only have a couple at the moment, but again, look at the Twitter page. We'll get more up there for you. Right now we're going to take the Sixers -5 against Boston. Boston is going through a lot of injuries right now. Kemba just came back. He doesn't look that great just yet. It's going to take him a little bit to get his legs underneath of him. Has Tatum come back yet? I'm not even sure.
No, he's out.
Yeah.
So Tatum, that's huge right there itself. Sixers are healthy. Everyone is back on the COVID list. Seth Curry is back. If you follow the Sixers closely like I do, since I am a Philly scumbag, Seth Curry is one of the most important players on that offense. If you watch the Sixers back 2 seasons ago with Embiid and J.J. Redick running the pick and roll together, it was a deadly combination. Seth Curry is that guy now. He was averaging, I believe last I saw, 15.8 points per game. He was the highest percentage three-point shooter in the league before he went out over COVID. So I love getting him back. So I love the Sixers -5 there. A special pick for Greg because he's the big player props guy. I actually like Embiid under his point total, whatever that ends up being tomorrow. It'll probably be sitting around 25.5 to 26.5 most likely. I like the under in that. The Celtics, Daniel Tice has always given Embiid a little bit of trouble. And Tristan Thompson is no slouch there, defensive center. So I don't hate that at all. Next pick tomorrow is going to be Brooklyn 9.5 against Cleveland. Cleveland kind of stinks. Brooklyn is scary good now with Harden and Durant back there, and Irving might be back tomorrow. He might not be back till the end of the week. Who knows where he is right now? He might be out in Siberia, hanging out with all Billy's commie friends, for all we know.
Wow! Look at this. You heard this for
Slander.
first he makes. First, I'm just gonna let it go, but now I'm not. He calls me a communist, and then right before that, he slides a little like, "Hey, Greg, fuck you. You suck at prop bets." Joke.
No, that was not. No, that was not.
Yeah.
Greg.
See,
That
Greg.
was not Greg. Greg plays the prop bets, so I'm trying. This is one that I would be interested in. That is not. That was not a slander at Greg in any way. Greg and I are a united front. I am not coming at Greg for anything. It is only you.
It just hurts. It just hurts a little bit, just because.
I apologize.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm not mad at you, but it only hurts because I have taken Embiid player props twice this season, both over points, and they both missed.
I know, and I think just based off the history of those two teams, Embiid has never had a blow up monster game against Boston. Other teams, sure. Boston, it's always the big teams in the East that you would want to see him blow up and go off against. He kind of lets you down a little bit.
Morgan, I have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
No, it's about the game. Do you have a total for that? I don't have a total.
I don't have a total just yet, no. Sixers lines this year, based off their defense, have been sitting around 209 to 218. So it'll likely be somewhere in that ballpark. It'll probably be in the lower half of that because Boston is without a lot of key guys. I like the under in that game.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's going to end up being. I think it's going to open at around 213, 214 is my guess.
I'll be up for it. I'll be waiting for it.
Yeah, I'm watching that one closely. Moving on, like I said, Nets. I have Nets minus 9.5. Durant and Harden the other night combined for over 75 points, just the two of them. It's ridiculous. It's scary. I think Irving's going to come back and mess up everything, which is going to be hilarious. I still am intrigued to see how they're going to do against a team like the Sixers. They do not have a guy who can stop Embiid in the slightest bit. So if Embiid decides to show up those nights and be the most dominant center in basketball, it could be very interesting. Next game we're going to play, I've been hammering this one all season, and more times than not, I have hit it. Hawks-Pistons over. Pistons, I've said it a million times, I'm going to say it again, are one of the worst defenses you'll ever see. They can't stop anything. It's like Derrick Henry running through the A-gap against them. No one stops him. The Hawks have a very surprisingly very good, not even surprising, a good offense. Our first episode talking about basketball, we were talking about the Hawks and how we really like them this year as a sleeper team. Trae Young is a silent assassin from beyond the arc. They have great shooters all over the place. John Collins is a great number 2 option, even though he thinks he's a number 1. He's putting up, I believe, just over 20 points per game. So I love the over in that game as well. Next one I'm going to have, this one hurt me the other night because I was on the Blazers against the Kings, and they really screwed me over pretty good, and that one hurt. So I think they're going to bounce back with this one. Blazers minus 1.5 against Memphis. The Blazers is tough right now. They've lost their second and third best player for significant time to injuries in C.J. McCollum and Josef Nurkic. Enes Kanter is a good center. He's a good fill-in. He's not Nurkic, but there's not a massive drop-off between the two of them. McCollum's a big loss. McCollum was on track for an all-star season for the first time in his career. He was averaging over 27.2 points per game. Was having a monster year. That really hurts the Blazers. However, Damian Lillard's my guy. He is my favorite non-Sixer in the NBA. I've said it before. I think he's the best leader in the NBA. He's not going to let his team lose 2 in a row. That team at full strength is up there in the second tier in the West. So I love them. This one kind of confuses me a little bit. So I'm going to do a little bit more digging in it, but I'm locking in early. I'm just going to grab it. Is Mavericks +1 against the Pacers. That is a very interesting line to me. I would have thought the Mavericks would be the favorite. Yes, they are traveling. Home team always gets at least 3 points towards them. So you're really saying it's a -2 to Dallas in a sense. So I'm going to take that +1. Doncic, I think this is a great game this is a great pick for props. hammer Doncic on the assists in this game.
You just did
That
it
was not
again.
a
You just did
That's
it
not a
again.
dig at Greg. I don't like to play the props, but Greg does. So it's being friendly advice. See, stop trying to break us apart. Stop trying to tear us down from the inside.
No hard feelings, Morgan. I don't know what Billy's talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah. You guys are confabulating against me.
No, he's coming against us. So Doncic the other night, he recorded the triple-double against the Bulls, but they got smoked by the Bulls. He said after the game that he needs to be better. He put up personal stats more so than team-oriented stats. I think Doncic is going to put up big assist numbers in this game coming up also tonight. Speaking of Doncic, Greggy, thanks for Luka. Loving having him on my team.
I'm sure.
I hope Kat does great for you when he comes back in 2 weeks.
And you want to be associated with this kid who just fleeced you in a fantasy trade.
No. You can't say I fleeced him when he offered the trade.
I offered the trade, and Kat didn't have COVID at the time.
Yeah, well, now he does.
We don't know who's
going
to get
COVID. Listen, I never would have made that trade because Kat's whole family had COVID. It's only a matter of time before it was his turn.
It's not wrong. So right now, that's the Wednesday card for the NBA. I do have 2 games for Thursday that I'm interested in right now. The Jazz are sneakily one of the best teams in the NBA. They're 10-4 right now. They have what could be, if the Sixers aren't, because the Sixers struggled a little bit on the defensive end of late, they could have the best defense in the league. Gobert stinks on the offensive end, but there's no denying how good he is on the defensive end. Like him, he also is a double-double machine. So look at maybe a prop that you can parlay with something right there. I also like the Warriors against the Knicks. Knicks are traveling out to Golden State for this game. I do like the Warriors. I'm on the Warriors money line for that one right now. Big game is the Bucks and the Lakers. I need to do some more research into that game to see where I like that one. I said previously, I think last episode, Giannis rebounds was under. He hit it again. He's 12-0 to the under this year. I'm going to hammer the under again in that game, because he will have Anthony Davis and Marc Gasol going up against him. So I love the under number for his rebound, whatever that comes out at. And that's NBA for now.
How did he hit the under against the Nets? He had 12. There's no way it was 12.5 or 13.
I don't know what that one was. The last one I had it on, the one I played was the Pistons, maybe. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was when it was 12. I don't even know if they played a game since then, to be honest.
I'm sorry, okay. Greg.
Yeah.
You smell that?
Oh, here we go.
It smells a little fishy in here, doesn't it? It smells like somebody's making things up.
I do not make up that 12-0 stat. I was pumping the gas on that one. I don't know. I'm sure they had a game since then.
Okay.
I don't know what happened. I don't know what the number was for that game. I didn't play the rebounds in that game.
I'll just have to trust you because I'm not going to look it up.
Wow. What did he put up for rebounds in that game?
12 against the Nets.
He probably hit the over in that game because right now he's averaging 10.2 on the season. So that number is probably sitting around between 10.5 to 11.5, I would guess, on books. So he probably took the over in that one.
Yeah, I would think that was the one that.
So if he's at 1-12, I'm still going to hammer the under in that Laker game because the Nets don't have the bigs.
That's a good bet for the Lakers.
The Lakers do have the bigs who can stop him.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Nets pick. I'm waiting for the under the total for the Celtics 76ers game. Just because I don't really care about the NBA, I'm just going to give out my takes real quick. And then I haven't made the bet yet, but I lean Suns -5.5. Craigie, you have any picks for us for the NBA?
Yeah, I got 3. I'm going to ride on the same side as Morgan with the -5 on the Sixers. Boston's without Tatum, Kemba, Tata. I can't speak. But they're without Tatum.
There.
Yeah. Kemba came back. He got banged up in that same game that he came back. They shot 29.8% from the field for the entire game. And, Philly has the number 4 defensive efficiency in the league anyway. So I think 5 is a pretty good number. I feel real comfortable with that. I'm also riding with Morgan on Nets -5. Cavs are without 5 guards in the game, including Sexton and Garland. Um, it's been that way for almost a week. I don't actually know what's up with those two. I don't think it's COVID. I think they actually got injured.
Let me interrupt. It's Nets minus 9.5.
Yeah,
Not
Nets min- yeah, Nets minus 9.5 over the Cavs.
Okay, yeah. This is the Spencer Hawes thing again. You said minus 5.
I said minus 5.
Yeah, I just want to make sure you had the
Oh,
right number for yourself. I
yeah,
don't know if that
no,
changes your opinion.
no, I have not. I have 9.5 right here. I was dyslexic and was like reading the Sixers game
I
and the Nets game.
I see why you guys like each other so much.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
one
So
of the same.
yeah, one and the same. I'm the left side of the brain. He's the right.
Two idiots, one skull kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. So Nets minus 9.5 over the Cavs for reasons I don't feel I need to explain. Superstars versus little boys.
Half a stars.
Yeah. And my third pick, I'm actually going to go against Morgan. I'm going to go Grizzlies plus 1.5 against the Trailblazers. Grizzlies are riding a 5-game winning streak. They're going for their 4th straight road win. They have John Morant back, and the team's hitting a stride. They've done basically all of this without Jonas Valanciunas in the lineup, and I don't think it's going to happen tomorrow. I haven't heard an announcement on it, but Jaren Jackson is on his way back, and although we'll probably be on a minute restriction to start off, he will, he'll get his time, and he's probably going to take that job. Uh, McCollum just got hurt; he's out indefinitely, I believe. So,
Yeah, he's out. He's out. I think at least a month or so.
yeah. So, I mean, that is huge. I mean, Damian Lillard was already putting up enough shots as it is. I guess he can't put up enough shots. He's a baller. But either way, McCollum, huge loss. I think that's a huge burden on Dame's back. He doesn't have his sidekick. Derek Jones stepping in, Anthony Simmons stepping in. That is no CJ McCollum. And even with CJ McCollum, they've lost 2 of their last 3 home games with a minus 13 average point differential in those games. So I will gladly ride the hot tail of the Memphis Grizzlies.
Beautiful. If you say so. I don't know much about the NBA. Be honest with you. If you say,
Yeah.
if you guys think it's a good bet, I will ride with you. I guess I do like the Nets pick. I like opened it up. I just looked at the lines while you guys were talking. I was like, yeah, that's something I'll play for sure.
Yeah, I might do a 2-team teaser too, bringing the Celtics down to a pick 'em and the Nets down to like -4.
The Celtics down to a pick 'em.
Celtics, 76ers, excuse me.
You guys, you too. You guys like this? I swear,
Dude, it's 1:15 in the morning.
Listen, whatever you guys want to do in your free time, I don't know. Maybe that's why the group chat's getting a little weird. You guys have a little sexual tension. I don't know.
I thought this was a family-friendly show.
I think Billy's just getting jealous right now.
No,
that
not one bit.
Right?
We are like we're like
because I just
this.
step in and then
Yeah.
Morgan starts
Not
taking
one
my
bit.
side. Morgan getting
Billy's
along.
he's been losing his grip on the main host, and he was telling
Not
us
one bit.
he was giving it up, and he's like,
I
"Oh,
am.
no, these two here, they can run this without me."
See, the way I see it, as technically the most winning gambler on the show, I don't want to hear from either one of you.
I think he's just really mad because it's that ugly freaking orange couch in the background just doesn't look good in his apartment.
Oh, thanks. You don't like it?
I
It's not my
don't.
apartment. This is
No?
This is Morgan's mom's apartment.
Oh wow!
Ah!
Wow!
Look at this guy.
You're
Wow!
coming for heads.
This
I want to talk
here.
about my college picks. You guys are ripping on me over here.
Jeez.
Is Jared Porter there right now?
No, nobody's here. I'm by myself.
Yeah, that's
I'm
what I
sorry.
got for NBA though. I'm done.
Okay. I'm gonna get into my college basketball plays. I don't know if Morgan has anything set up for tomorrow, but Oh, that's gonna when I'm done because it doesn't really matter because he stinks.
Your
Uh,
boy has a college basketball card.
oh, do you? Awesome.
Yeah.
That's what I love to hear. Well, I'm gonna go into mine first because I haven't talked in a bit and I'm getting bored over here. Um, First game that stuck out to me was Boise State. Getting 14 points against Fresno. I'm not sorry, not getting 14 points. They're 14-point favorites against Fresno. Boise's been a cover machine, 8-3-1 against the spread. I'm taking Boise, and I'm not looking back under any circumstances. They may very well be the best team in my favorite conference, the Mountain West. The next game I am looking at is Rhode Island versus Duquesne. This line also stuck out to me because Duquesne stinks. They in since the new year started, no, they said new year, new us. We're not going to play any offense. They've scored under 50 points 3 times. One against one of the worst teams in the league, in the country, in Fordham. They scored 48 and won by 3. When URI shows up, they can average 80 points a game. When they don't, they average 75. Either way, I'm taking Rhode Island because they're, regardless, a much better team, and they would never win a game by 3 against Fordham. So Rhode Island -5 seems like easy money to me, but you know how that goes in college basketball. Nothing's ever easy. My favorite game on the board is something I'm going against one of my favorite teams that I ever bet on. If you listen to the show, you know I'm a big Furman fan. I love what they do. They put up points like nobody's business. But they're playing VMI, who also puts up points like nobody's business. And VMI is at home. They've been playing well. The line moved from 9 to +10, and I have already bet the +10, and I really hope it goes even farther down. So I'll take the 11 and the 12. I already locked in the over at 157. I think it's up to 158 already. VMI is 7-1 straight up at home. They play much better at home. I don't know, something maybe the way the ball bounces. Maybe there's a dead spot in the middle that the other teams don't know about. Not too sure why they're so much better at home. I've never really understood it, especially this year with no fans. Um, Furman's been in a lot of close games lately. I will say they've played down to their opponents recently, which kind of like leans me towards the VMI side. But as far as the over goes, like I said, both teams score over 80 points a game. Furman is averaging 85.8, and VMI is averaging 82.0. And both teams shoot like crazy high from crazy attempts from the 3-point line. Both averaging over 10 3-point shots made per game. For Furman, is 10.1, and for VMI, it's just under 14. So give me the home dog, and I'll take the under in that game. The next game on my card is one of my new favorite teams to bet on is Auburn, getting 4.5 against Arkansas, and I also like the over as well. Shreve Cooper, if you don't know who he is, he's going to be a household name in the NBA soon. He's a top 5 guard in the country. I think he's top 3, maybe definitely top 4 because that kid Baker from Baylor's a fucking dog. Oh my God, I was watching him play last night. It was wild. But he hasn't played all year until this would be his 3rd game now. NCAA finally gave him eligibility, to play, and through the first 2 games, he's had 54 points and 21 assists, which would blow out any other guard in the country. Arkansas has been getting blown out the past 2 games, losing 4 out of the last 5 in conference. I don't like which way they're headed. I'll take Auburn as the underdog. I'll probably wind up for myself. I don't know if it'll make it to the Twitter card, but I'll probably be teasing the money line a little bit, having a little fun with that. Now take her to that nice orange couch in the back, you know. um, and I like the over at 156 as well, because both teams average just around 79, 80 points a game. Give it to me. And I think it's my last pick. Yes, it is. VCU versus St. Bonnie's. I'll take St. Bonnie's minus a 2.5. St. Bonnie's is the better team. They're a more experienced team. They play together, unlike VCU. Who only uses one man. What's his name? Highland. Nashawn Highland, averaging 18 points a game. Besides that, nobody else is averaging over 10. VCU is 1-4 in the last 5 against the spread. St. Bonnie's is 4-1 against in the last 5 against the spread. VCU is only 2-10 against the spread in the last 10 conference games in the A10. In the last 12 games. So lock me in for St. Bonnie's. Love it, love it, love it. Greggy, hit me with your card because nobody wants to hear Morgan's card.
All right. So
Greg and I have the same card. We make the same picks. We're one and the same now.
One and the same. Yes, sir. Well, we'll find out after you hear mine. But yeah, I am gonna work off my 6-3 in college ball today. I believe
2.
I only had 7 picks.
I don't know. I don't have it in front of me.
Either way, had a pretty good day. Gonna try and work off that tomorrow, and we're gonna start with the first tip off of the day: Fordham versus Dayton. I'm gonna take the almost worst team in the country, the Fordham Rams, at plus 16.5. I think it's just a high number. Although they're not scoring, they have kept a lot of teams in conference under the number. And I think 16.5 may just be a few too many. I'm going to go with Billy on Rhode Island -5 versus Duquesne. Duquesne's 1-3 against the spread in their last 4 home games. And Rhode Island's 3-2 against the spread in away games. They're the better team. I'm also going to go Creighton -9.5 versus Providence. Saturday's game, big letdown. Not happy about it. Did you guys have the other side?
What? Which game?
Creighton Butler?
I'm not betting on Creighton.
Okay.
I don't bet on Creighton. They missed too many free throws.
I think before we went live, I asked Billy what his thoughts were on that game, and he's like, "I'm not touching that thing.
I'm not touching it." And if you want my opinion on it, I think you might be on the wrong side.
Okay.
I didn't do the research on it because I didn't want to bet it because I'm not betting on Creighton.
That's fair.
They don't make their free throws to end the game.
That's true. But anyway, I'm going Creighton -9.5 versus Providence. Like I said, bad loss to Butler on Saturday. It's very disappointing for all bettors. It pissed me off a lot. They beat Providence earlier in the year, but they didn't cover. So I am going to go with the zigzag theory in this one.
Interesting.
All right. Next up on the slate, Clemson, Georgia Tech, over 129.5. 4 out of the last 5 games on each side would have hit over the 129.5. And that's with Clemson still averaging 66 points a game. So that leads me to believe that their offense has been hitting a stride. And I think that it goes over. Georgia Tech is averaging 80 points a game. So I think this sails past the over 129.5. I'm with Billy as well on St. Bonnie's -2.5 versus VCU. St. Bonnie's is 3-1 against the spread at home. Like Billy said, more experienced team. And I think they take the conference game. I have Colorado -12 versus Washington. Washington stinks. Colorado is good. That is a fact. Yeah, I mean, if we're going off of recency, Colorado beat USC by 10, and USC just beat Washington down by 29. So if you're giving me a 12-point spread with Colorado at home, no, they're on the road against Washington. Either way, doesn't matter. I'm taking the 12 with Colorado. Next up, I have Boise, Fresno State. I'm not playing either of the sides because 14 points just seems like a little much, although Boise will probably cover it. I'm going to go with the over 140. Boise scores like no other. Fresno could score a little bit, but I think Boise just, they score enough to put it over. And I'm going to go against Billy in this one. Furman VMI over 156.
I said over.
You said under.
Did I?
Yeah,
Pretty sure I said over. I have it written down as over.
I
The
believe.
receipts.
I believe you because
Because both teams
way-
averaged almost 90 points.
yeah, you were talking the way of over, and then you said under, and I was a bit weirded out.
I've already bet the over. So, most definitely the over.
I believe you. Okay, so we're on the same side of that. And yeah, that's my last play of the card.
Beautiful. I used to have a stat about the over-unders. I have to find it and update it. About, like, if the over-under is in the 120s, it was hitting over, like, insane amount. And if it was in the 160s, it was hitting under an insane amount. But I don't have that number anymore because that was like 2 weeks ago, and I don't have it in front of me. That's what I'm looking for. But I like that over in the Clemson game, even though they are a defensive team. Morgan, hit us with some losers.
Hey, I'm back. I think this is actually the longest I've stayed quiet while either of you two were giving picks ever.
Good
it
job.
felt very weird. I didn't know what to do with myself. Like, what do I do with my hands kind of situation. I was really I was kind of getting nervous. I hate the fact that we are all on so many of the same games. I have Rhode Island -5 versus Duquesne also. I have VMI +10 against Furman. I'm going to take Fordham +17 against Davidson. That's just such a big number, and I can't help myself. I need it.
Davidson isn't that good of a team.
No, Steph Curry's not walking out of that tunnel anytime soon. They're getting they're giving way too many points to Fordham. Colorado, if you can pay attention, I've bet Colorado. I think they're 3 of their last however many 4 or 5 games. They become a team I'm very fan of. They're jumping in the Toledo category soon. I'm going to be on Colorado -13. Greg, I know you said you had a -12. If I can find them at 12, I like it even more. But I have them at 13 still. And then my last one I'm going to play for sure tomorrow. I'm actually going to take the Clemson money line against Georgia Tech. Right now, Clemson is getting +1 to that. There's more value in the money line. Just give me the win. Clemson's a better team than Georgia Tech is. Clemson's the ranked team. Georgia Tech's not. This is a situation where Clemson is going to Georgia Tech. Home team usually gets 2 to 3 points. So realistically speaking, Clemson is the favorite in this game based off of that. So I'm taking Clemson just win outright.
Beautiful. I just want to say before we move on that the Furman VMI over-under is now at 156. So that's something to think about. And I have found another play I was going to play. My boys down in Chattanooga. Boys down in Chattanooga money line. I'll take that. And that'll be it for me. I don't know. I feel like that Providence is a scrappy bunch, boys. I wasn't really listening to Morgan in the very beginning. I was trying to find that stat about the over-unders. I gave up. Are you taking the Creighton line or no? Morgan.
I'm not touching it right now.
Okay.
Maybe tomorrow when I wake up I'll see something. But right now I'm not going to touch it.
I'm always afraid to bet against Providence. They're a little scrappy bunch. Cooley is probably the top 5 coach in the country. They always get up for games. Do you guys have any Russian table tennis picks?
I do not.
Whoever has the longest odds and the craziest names. And I'm all for them. I have no idea. I do have a soccer play for you for tomorrow, if you'd like. I'm gonna do my own little Manchester Derby parlay tomorrow with Man City and Man United to win. Put them together as of the last check I had. It takes you to a -105 on that parlay right there. So not crazy or anything, but it's much better than the -300 and so, or -500 they are. So give me them both to win. One of them is playing Fulham, and the other one is I don't remember who the other one was playing.
Aston Villa.
Aston Villa. Okay, two of the top teams in the Premier League. Man United has really started to kind of pick it up, so I like that play for sure.
Beautiful.
Cool.
And there's rumors of a three-way parlay in the German Bundesliga, possibly. We'll see what happens with that. I'm going to be doing some research of that one, but it will include a outright win for Bayern Munich, a outright for Red Bull Leipzig, and a draw in the Schalke Köln match. So we will see. We're going to do a little bit of research in that one, but we might dabble in the Bundesliga.
Beautiful.
Love the Bundesliga.
Beautiful.
I just love saying Bundesliga.
Listen, I've done very well on soccer. I don't bet it very often, but when I do, I make sure I win.
Every time I bet soccer, you ever watch Entourage? And I always just think of the scene with Vinny Chase and Dennis Leary sitting there betting on. I think it was again on Manchester United. They were betting on, or it was one of the Premier League teams. And I just think of that scene right there. I'm like, this is fucking awesome. This is why I like watching soccer now.
Yep, absolutely. I love it because Greg gave me a cash money pick the other night. Was it Melbourne FC?
Melbourne FC, baby. The Man City of the Australian Soccer League.
Yep. It was a beautiful pick. Some of the best. I stayed up. It was 3 in the morning. The game started 3:30. I stayed up all night, watched the whole game. Some of the best soccer I've ever watched. Some of the most fast-paced soccer I watched.
It was fun.
Yeah, it was a great game to watch, and you know what made it better? We won our bet.
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did. While Morgan was sleeping.
Speaking of foreign teams, I want to just throw this out there because I don't know if Billy was here or Greggy was here when I said it. I am now becoming a fan of betting on the Chinese Basketball Association, and my team is the Sichuan Blue Whales. I love them. They are. I think last I saw they were like 14-10 against the spread, which isn't it's not massive, but it's awesome. Another team that's freaking great, who is I'm going to butcher this one. Liao Ning Flying Leopards are 28-3 on the season, straight up. And they are outscoring teams by a ton. So I don't have any information on them this yet. I literally was just looking this up today at work before my gambling access got taken away from me. So I will have more information on both of those teams come Thursday because Chinese basketball, ladies and gentlemen, that's where it's at. You can get some great action at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning out here on the East Coast on my Shaoxing Blue Whales. I'm actually in the process of looking for a Blue Whales jersey that I can rock on the pod from now on.
Oh, my God. Morgan, do you know who's on the Flying Leopards?
Not a clue.
OJ Mayo.
No wonder they're so good.
OJ Mayo.
My man's been banned from the NBA, but he is lighting it up out there in China.
Yeah, I am so curious to see what his stat is.
Here you go. He played his last game. He played 36 minutes, put up 32 points, 8 assists, and 6 boards.
Beautiful.
Jonathan Simmons, ex-Sixer, is on their roster. He's playing about 10 minutes a night. So they got 2 NBA guys. Oh, he does. He trashed the Sixers when he got traded too, or when he left. But yeah, he was garbage. He was actually him and a first-round pick were the Sixers acquisitions for Markelle Fultz.
Oh, nice. We need to wrap it up. We can't keep talking about Chinese basketball. As much fun as it is, we need to wrap the show up. This way I can get it up. So hopefully somebody can listen to some of Greg's picks. Run through your card real quick. We'll start with Greg. Get after it.
All right. So on the MMA slate, I have Neil Magny as a -135 favorite. Same fight. The fight ending in a decision, -170. I have Umar Nurmagomedov and Morozov under 2.5 rounds at a +170. And Leron Murphy Silva de Andrade also under 2.5 rounds And I also have a prop on Murphy winning by KO, TKO, or DQ, plus 110. NBA, I have Sixers -5 over the Celtics, Nets -5 over the Cavs, and Grizzlies plus 1.5 over the Blazers. NHL, Vegas and Coyotes over 5.5, Wild -1.5. And finally, college ball, I have Fordham plus 16.5, Rhode Island -5, Creighton -9.5, Clemson, Georgia Tech over 129.5, St. Bonnie's -2.5, Colorado -12, Boise, Fresno over 140, and Furman, VMI over 156.
Morgan, get after it.
All right, let's go. Here we got to have Sixers -5 with the under for the total of points, which still to this moment has not populated just yet for us. Refreshing. No, it's still not there. We're going to do Nets -9.5, Hawks Pistons over 220.5, Blazers -1.5, Mavericks plus 1.5. Over to the ice, we're going to take the Blues money line in regulation and under 6 goals. We'll take the Golden Knights money line in regulation over 5.5 goals. That threw me off for a second. Go to the college. Rhode Island -5, VMI plus 10, Fordham plus 17, Colorado -13, Clemson money line, and then soccer. We will do the Manchester Derby, Man United, Man City parlay for -105.
Beautiful. Greg, stop playing 2K for 5 seconds. We can hear you.
Really?
Yes. Right through the headphones.
I thought that was a pop-up on my laptop, and it threw me for a loop. I was like, what?
I know. I just
Man.
have to check every single one of my
It
tabs.
was
Dude.
great, too, because it sounded like a goal horn went off, like someone scored
It was,
as I
like
was saying the hockey picks. I was like,
No.
oh, that's pretty cool.
My
Greg,
player
just
just
call
got
timeout.
subbed into the game. I
Yep.
paused it.
Thanks. Appreciate it. NHL, I got Leafs money line, Canucks money line plus 110, and to cover my ass, Canucks plus 1.5. For college ball, I've got Boise State -14. I think it already moved to 15. Rhode Island -5. Auburn plus 4.5. Auburn over 156. St. Bonnie's -2.5. VMI plus 10. Furman VMI over 156. Chattanooga money line. And I'm gonna wait to see because that what is it? That Fordham line is already at 17.5. So I'm gonna wait to see where that goes. If that gets to 20, I'll take that for sure. I'm gonna ride Greg's pick with Magny -135. I am also taking the Nets -9.5 and the Suns -5.5. And that'll be my card. And Morgan, you should close this out.
Yeah, so as always, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching us tonight. Thank you for putting up with Red Billy over here with his Communist Manifesto, leading us down a dark path. Billy and I are bringing us out of it. Or, I'm sorry, Greggy and I are bringing us out
Oh,
of it.
yeah, I'm bringing you right out. Right for the late day, you cheater.
So we will make sure that, we keep things running copacetic on the pod here. But as always, we appreciate everybody who's taking the time to listen to us, to watch us. I promise to be better. I will not do anything math related ever again. I'm not going to rely on any numbers for anything for the rest of my life. So I will own up to my mistakes and provide you with winners tomorrow, like I always do. So, as always, check us out on Twitter at Betting Diagonal. We're getting very lit popping up in there. Greg today led the boys in likes on his tweet. Congratulations, Greg. Billy has never had a moment where he's led us, if I'm not mistaken. It's only been me and now Greg.
I definitely have.
So that's
I
pretty.
definitely got like 100 likes.
Yeah, I will say that was 100% slander right there to those listening to this closeout right now. He probably has, but you know what? He's importing his own likes over there from Russia. So it's a little bit of an election process collusion going on here. Check us out there. Check us out on YouTube. The video will be up later this So I don't know how fast you get them up there later in the next 24, 48 hours.
YouTube takes a while.
Spotify, we will get up there as soon as possible for you guys to take a look at us. Send us your pics, your likes, everything. We're getting a lot more feedback on Twitter, which has been awesome. We love to be able to interact with you guys and send us some pics. Let us know what you think. And yeah, thanks for joining us this morning, you degenerates.
Best of luck, you degenerates. See you on Thursday.